I'll have them both in my notes. So I have like a little yellow notepad. I showed the other day when some assholes were trying to say I live in a shack. Uh, I, I wish I wouldn't have done it now because I can't take it back once I put it out on the internet. But I walked out of my trading room. But before I did, I panned through and showed the monitors. You probably saw a little yellow notepad there. That's the that's that's the thing that I'm using. That's what I'm having to work with. There's specific levels, and when I'm toggling the daily settlement price on or off, I'm annotating those price levels, and I don't note them like, okay, with it toggled on it's this level, and with it toggled off it's this level. I just note both of them. So it gives me a perspective where they might be a factor for someone else looking at price, and it may impact sentiment based on those ideas. So it's not like it's a one set of this is the only way of doing it. So there are times where I'm very dogmatic about concepts. I'll say, you don't want to use this. You want to use that. Or for instance, like the opening price. Okay, there's two opening prices that in Forex I taught that were predominantly just those two, which is the midnight opening price, whatever the first opening price is at midnight, New York local time. You want that, and you want the opening um, when trading starts.
5 p.m. in Forex,
Yes.
then, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. So by having that, that flexibility of toggling that on and off, I don't want anybody. And I don't know where I know I answered it and I addressed it somewhere, but just for the life of me, I apologize. I can't remember where I said it, but it's that way for the folks that are hearing it. No, that I toggle that on and off, and I get the recorded prices based on whether it's toggled on and toggled off. That's why sometimes when you're looking at it, sometimes it looks like I have it highlighted for the express purposes of showing what I'm showing at that moment. When other times I don't have it toggled on, and I'm not referring to anything specific about the chart, so I can see where it might cause confusion. But you just caught me in between where I'm recording both of those readings, but I refer to them collectively, not in and of themselves separate, and one's better than the other. I just simply have them toggled on and off to get a reading for what those measurements on those price levels are. So hopefully I removed any mystery around it, because there really isn't that much about it.
No, I think that's an excellent point. I think that's an excellent point. And he's quickly he's texting me and saying thank you
No
for your response. So if you guys do have questions, I will peruse through the comments, and I could potentially cherry pick some of these questions and ask them to Michael, and that way it can be a little bit more of controlled conversation versus just anyone coming up and saying any old thing, and us not being able to kind of direct the conversation, and valuing and respecting his time. Because again, all of you are referencing some form of his life's work, so he can refer to any and all of this. He can be verbose on any one of these concepts, right? Because there is. So
Yeah, if you open the floor to people calling in and saying, "Hey, look, can I ask you this personally?" Um, it's going to put me in a position where I literally will not be satisfied no matter how much I talk about it, because I'm going to immediately place myself in a situation where if this were me, like I would want this person to, number one, give me time, acknowledge my interest, be respectful, and do your best to try to answer. And if I was to make myself available for that, like we would be here all night long. Because I mean, you see how it is. Like I keep going on and on and on, and I feel like I didn't do enough to answer the gentleman's question, and it's bothering me. Like
well, he
I
was
would never get through
apologetic
it.
to me. No, it's funny because he's like, "Sorry, ICT concepts, if I understood wrong, but I heard we were here talking as traders, so I thought I could ask him a simple question. If I overstepped, I'm sorry. You didn't. Me saying, listen, motherfucker, is just me talking. So you didn't take it personally. I don't take it personally. No one took it personally. I'm trying